Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're taking a look at Nendoroid Marnie, or the Japanese pronunciation, Mary, from Pokemon Sword and Shield. Whether it's the video game or the anime, whatever you want it to be, it's Marnie or Mary, because it's hard for the Japanese to pronounce that N in the middle of Marnie. Madi. You see what I mean? I'm going to try and make this video really fast because I like fast videos. I can't sit around for a 17-minute Nendoroid review. I want to sit around for a 5-minute Nendoroid review. So let's just get into it. Bear with me here. I'm trying to go fast. And starting with the box, and it's alright. It's a standard Nendoroid box. You got pocket monsters up here, 15th anniversary, Nendoroid 1577, Mary, or as we in the US and everywhere else I believe know her as Marnie, but yep. Over here on the back, you kind of get this cool zigzag design that kind of emulates the video game in a little bit, a little battle background. But other than that, nothing too special. So let's get her out of the box and get a first look. Here's a first look at that tray, and it looks all right. You do get a little baggie of arms, and you do get that separate leg. So it's looking pretty okay so far. But let's get a closer look at the figure itself. Alright, and here we have a look at Marnie in our hands, and there's two things I want to say right out of the gates. First of all, I love this character design, this pink dress with the kind of edgy emo leather jacket on top. It is a wonderful character design. Pokemon knows what they're doing. I like these little details right here. They could have just made it all black. They could have done even some airbrushing here, but this is really video game accurate or anime accurate, so they've done a good job with translating the character design. I'm just going to keep talking about how much the character design is nice, but in Nendoroid form it's really cute. But there is a glaring issue here. Let's get a closer look, and as you can see right here, there is a gap between her hair and her head, and now that I've pointed it out, you probably won't be able to not look at it. So that is kind of an issue. Obviously from the side, it's not as noticeable, but once you look at it straight on, you do notice that gap. I don't know if it was warped in the packaging, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Like, it looks like you can push it down to the side, but they should have just made her hair like Overwatch Sombra. That's the only issue I have with the figure right now. Other than that, everything looks good. The detail, the paint apps are all nice, crisp, and clean. Getting a look at that head sculpt, and it's Marnie. Like, I don't know what to tell you. The way that the hair curls across half of her face and her eyes, it just is her. I really like this pouty, upset face she has, and this little earring is super cute. Moving on, and her second faceplate is a nice little smile. She's just won a battle. She's just beat you in a battle, and she's feeling pretty confident in herself. Really cute. It's not super different from the first one other than the smile, so that is something to notice. Pretty cute, pretty understated, just like the character. I like it. But her third and final expression is my favorite, and I think it's because, well, in the game, you beat her. Let's be honest, you're a better trainer than her. She's not that good of a trainer until the very end, and this is her face, contemplating her loss, contemplating what she could have done better in that battle, and it just, I don't know, it's a sweet face. You could even have her sitting next to a tree, and she's sleeping, and her Pokemon's right next to her. Closed eye faces, I think, are always really sweet, and especially with something as peaceful as this. So I like this a lot. And before we get into her accessories, all Nendoroids come with a Nendoroid base and support arm. This is the standard one. It's not super long, it's not short, and an extra neck peg just in case yours breaks. Both of these things are always appreciated. So as far as accessories go, she doesn't come with that much. She's not articulated, so she does come with arms, hands, and a leg part to get any dynamic poses that you may need. Articulation is pretty similar. It all swivels wherever it's connected, and the legs are on ball joints. And you can see there's a cut right here where the shoulder is, and then the rest of the arm, and so you can replace that with a bent arm. It comes packaged with this straight arm. There's nothing really you can do with this straight arm that's overly cute. It's pretty default. So she comes with these two bent arms, and these connect on to that shoulder piece we just talked about. And at the ends of these arms, she comes with these two little pointing hands, which on the box has her pushing up a smile on her face for her little anger management Pokemon. We'll get to this later. But yeah, that's what the pose on the box has these in. These hands can come off, So you can replace them with the fists or the other hands that we're going to get to. But yeah, the hands can come off. Because her last pair of hands will require you to take off the whole arm, so at the shoulder as well. And we have these special grabbing hands, and as you can see, there's a little peg right here sticking out of the hand. It's kind of creepy, so I'll show you what this is all about. Because once this is on the figure, you're probably wondering, what is this for? Is it for a Pokeball? And the answer is actually no. If we take this Pokemon that we were talking about, her Morpeko, and one of her only accessories, you can see that there's these two little holes on the bottom of his feet. And I love this aspect of the figure. So, pretty standard. You just kind of plop her onto her hands, and now you have Marnie holding her Pokemon. And I love this. It really connects the accessory to the character. She can actually interact with the Pokemon accessory, and it just overall is, I just really value it. It's a really great thing. Another accessory we should talk about before we get to the legs is this hand that is holding, I believe, a Dusk Ball or a Friend Ball or a Time Ball. I'm going to be wrong about this. I'll put the little text above it. But yeah, she's holding this in her right hand, and you just put that into one of the arms that you have, either the straight or the bent one, and there you go. There's another cute pose. Her with the Pokeball. Really good. Her last accessory is this secondary dress part with the one leg lifted up, and to go with that, a bent leg. This is to achieve a specific pose, but you can use it for, I guess, more creative poses. But I'll get her in the pose now, and we'll talk about it. I don't know if I'm going to add this audio, but I did have an issue with changing the legs out. The legs were stuck onto the waist, and I pulled and pulled and pulled, and they just wouldn't come out. And similarly, they have these spacers, these plastic spacers, so it doesn't close over time, so you can interchange them, but they're really in there tight, and it required some hot water and patience to loosen that up. But now you can see with that secondary skirt piece on, with the secondary dress piece on, it looks kind of silly. Maybe it's blown in the wind, but yeah, you're going to want to use this bent leg. Alright, and this is the pose they want her in with this bent leg and bent skirt piece, and it is her about to throw that Pokeball at the beginning of a battle. And I think this is actually a pretty cool little detail. I think there's a lot of little details that go into these characters, so her battle animation is kind of cool. It's not something I think we've seen with the Pokemon Nendoroids before, so yeah, something new to bring to the table. I like this quite a bit. Alright, so at the end of the day, yeah, she doesn't come with that much. I think for a Pokemon Nendoroid, it feels a lot like Ash 800 version, which looks great, but didn't come with a lot. Still, I'm nostalgic for this kind of stuff, so I'm biased. Obviously, I like it. I think it's going to look cute with my other Pokemon Nendoroids, but as a Nendoroid itself, it's pretty basic. I think it's not one of the strongest ones we've looked at this year, 2021, but it's alright. It does mostly everything right. I did have a few issues with the tolerance. I hope that's just on my copy, but overall, I'm happy with it. And that's the review. So if you like this review, be sure to give it a like, comment, or subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Please comment down below what your thoughts are on this Nendoroid, if you have it, if you're thinking of getting it, or if you just hated the new Pokemon game, Sword and Shield. Please let me know anything and everything down below. Stay tuned for more content, and with that, I will see you in the next one. Peace.